Welcome to our home, 5 Fletcher Court, Acton, Massachusetts. Into our backyard where we've had many dances and hopefully in the future have many more. I am Michael McGinnis,
I'm Ty Summers McGinnis.
and we're here to share with you our basically the outline of our program that we were going to present up in the sky in April. So Ty, tell us a little bit about what you do.
I'm a massage therapist of many decades, massage and body work, and I've been in the healing arts most of my life. I'm also a domestic violence advocate working with survivors, and also I'm a retired lay midwife's assistant. And I've been dancing my entire life since I was 4 years old. And now I'm a senior. I taught ballet for many years and danced and did choreography, danced with dance ballet companies. And now I'm a senior and enjoying teaching sacred circle dance with my husband.
And I've played music all of really my adult life, guitar, especially in singing and harmonica, and recorder along the way and percussion. And Ty and I met at a dancing event and a music event. And it's been really the core of our life is making music and incorporating dance. And when we started the very first time, the very first Sacred Circle dance event we went to, pretty much early on in our life, I totally fell in love with it. It was transformative. I felt like a different person after that event and after every Sacred Circle dance event I've ever participated in. So it's been a core part of our life for many years, and we've been teaching for about how many years? 9 years.
Yes, 9 years I've been teaching.
Yeah.
Involved in the sacred circle since 1996.
Yeah. And we have a wonderful church that is supportive of us that we've been at for all of those 9 years, and still there now, although we haven't done any dances recently. So we wanted to talk about what we would have talked about at the gathering, and that's the whole idea of what the therapeutic value of sacred circle dance is, and how we use sacred circle dance in our practice, in our what I call our ministry. That's how I feel as though what sacred circle dance is to us is a ministry. It's an opportunity for us, I think, to be able to reflect back to the community what we feel and see, and to share and to educate, basically, and to grow as a community. So we want to talk about what the therapeutic value of sacred circle dance is. So first I thought we would talk about the idea of therapeutic means. And Merriam-Webster has a number of meanings for therapeutic. The first is of or relating to treatment of a disease or disorder by remedial agents or methods. So when I read that definition of therapeutic, it reminds me of the whole clinical side of a part of what I do in my life and the clinical idea of what therapeutic is about. And that means medications, and that means basically surgery, the whole premise and the whole foundation of what modern medicine is really about. However, there are more meanings to therapeutic, and the second meaning is having a beneficial effect on body or mind. I think that resonates much more with who I am and what I do. I really don't refer to myself as a clinician. I call myself a healer. And I feel as though the folks that I work on are not called patients, they are called clients. And so I feel as though that I bring to the whole idea of a much more mainstream therapeutic setting the idea of healing, which is oftentimes not something that is able to be documented or proven in a double-blind study. It's something that often just works. And that's the most important thing to me in my practice really is results. And if we don't get results, then we're really not doing our job, are we? So there's lots of ways, certainly through touch, through movement, in my life and in my workings, that I can bring therapeutic to both of those meanings of first and second. Another meaning for therapeutic is producing a useful or favorable result or effect. That something is therapeutic and is a good feeling. And certainly sacred circle dance is that to us. Like I said, every dance I've ever gone to, I really do feel transformed at the end of it. It's just a profound experience, and it has been ever since the start for me. So we also want to talk about a little bit some ideas of what dance is really about. So once again, we went to Webster Merriam and asked for a definition of dance. And Merriam-Webster says, dancing is performing art. Dance is a form expressing an idea or emotion. Dance is movement to musical rhythms. Dance is an avenue to release energy. Dance is taking delight in the movement itself. And I think all of those things are incorporated in sacred circle dance. I think all of those things are a part of it.
Yes.
So what we do is, and the way that we approach dances is a number of different types of things. First of all of our dances, most of the music at the dances that we do are live. Many of the dances that we do, we have choreographed. And we feel as though that is very much continuing in the tradition of the way people have done dance for years, because it's been people in the community that played the music and they created dances, and people got together and they did that. And when I do this, I really do feel a connection with my ancestors and the tradition itself.
Yes.
So that's one of the pieces that we do. We feel as though that dance is a very participatory event. When people come to our events, we really encourage them to dance and not to sit and watch. But most people, when they do come to our events, do dance. And people do sit and rest, of course, in the chairs, as our friend Ron says. That's part of what the dance is, to take a break, and that's a good idea too. But we feel as though it's participatory. I mean, and I take the cue from Pete Seeger, one of my great heroes in life. And when you went to an event for a concert with Pete Seeger, it wasn't just a listening experience. It was a participatory event, because people sang. He encouraged you to sing. And I can just remember him saying that some of the sounds that he gets from people singing are the greatest sounds in the world, because there's all these different levels of harmony, some that were just newly invented that night. And it's sort of like the whole idea of there are no wrong steps in the sacred circle dance as well. Dance for us creates community. It is we have a community that supports us in dance. We have a community that comes to our dance, and the greater community comes to our dance. We're also into the idea of promoting our dance in other types of community events as well, which we have throughout the years. People invite us to do this and that, and it's just a part of what goes on when you do this. You do it, you live it. Finally, as I said before, it's a connection to our ancestors and tradition. And last of all, it's a vehicle of expression to raise awareness. We look at it as being educational in that sense. All of our dances that we do are thematic. We dance to all the Celtic calendar events throughout the year, the solstices, the equinox, the halfway points, Imbolc, Beltane, Samhain, that type of thing. We dance to the eclipses. We have dances for full moon dances that we do on a regular basis that sort of ritualize what's going on around us. We also do dances to honor those in our culture that have been healers or have made a difference. And we have a program on Pete Seeger. We're working on one for Johnny Clegg. And we also do dances that are of raising awareness. We have an evening on domestic violence awareness that we do in October, which is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We have a program about veganism. And finally, we have the program that we've been working on since the fall, and really the winter, preparing for this event in the spring. So appropriately, a program about hope. And it's a program called There Is Hope. And so we're going to share with you the dances and a little bit of thoughts of the dances on the rest of this CD. And that's basically what I wanted to talk about. Anything else you want to add?
Well, I'd like to also add that we do a lot of dances about social justice and about healing, and dancing in solidarity. That's something extremely important to help in healing. And that comes down to what I believe is very important in any kind of healing work that anybody is doing, and that is to listen, to validate, and to support. And when we listen, we do dances of solidarity, and we support the person or people or group, that needs that support by doing that.
Excellent. So we have some dances to share with you on the CD. And in the summation, to me, all of the actions that you do in dance or music are therapeutic. It's a healing experience to be moving and to be singing. And it takes me out of my moods for sure, as much as a walk does in the woods, which is another type of a way of doing a dance in a sense, and a meditation as well. So we're going to leave you. Enjoy our videos, and we will see you in the world of dance next time. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Hello, I'm here with my friend Cody, and we're going to talk a little bit about There Is Hope. In preparing for the April conference at Niskaya, We began in the autumn of 2019 creating a program called There Is Hope, anchored by a song and newly created dance of that name. Little did we know a global pandemic, followed by massive demonstrations supporting Black Lives Matter, would unfold in the first half of 2020. Each of the dances and musical offerings illustrates separate aspects of hope and healing. And we need hope and healing more now than at any time. We begin with the traditional song Keep Your Eye on the Prize, also known as Hold On. This song became influential during the civil rights movement of the 1960s and 1970s, derived from a song called Gospel Plow from earlier Southern Negro spiritual musical traditions.
Paul and Silas bound in jail, had no money for to go to bail. Keep your eye on the prize, hold on. Paul and Silas thought they was lost. Dungeon shook, chain come off. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Freedom's name mighty sweet, and it's soon we're gonna meet. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Got my hands on the gospel plow, I won't take nothing for my journey now. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. The only chain a man can stand is the chain from hand to hand. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Gonna board that big greyhound, carry my love from town to town. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. The only thing I done was wrong. Stayed on in the wilderness too long. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Only thing I done was right. Was the day we started the fight. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Get to heaven, I've been told. Streets up there are paved with gold. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Oh, keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Oh, oh, oh.
Our next offering is a chant called Light is Returning, and the music and lyrics are by Charlie Murphy. The original dance was created by Ty. Charlie was a prominent West Coast musical performer in the gay as well as pagan communities, and penned a number of chants that he performed mostly on the West Coast in the 1980s until his recent passing in 2016. The song is often used at winter solstice. It's a song of unbound hope, with lyrics such as, "No one can hold back the dawn," "Let's keep it burning, let's keep the light of hope alive," or "Earth Mother is calling her children home." It's a song that encapsulates hope and the sacred cycle of the seasons and the light within us all.
Light is returning, even though this is the darkest hour. No one can hold back the dawn. Let's keep it burning. Let's keep the light of hope alive. Make safe our journey through the storm. One planet is turning on her path around the sun. Earth Mother is calling her children home. Light is returning, even though it is the darkest hour. Can hold back the dawn. Let's keep it burning. Let's keep the light of hope alive. Make make safe our journey through the storm. One planet is turning, circle on her path around the sun. Earth Mother is calling her children home. Light is returning, even though this is the darkest hour. No one can hold back the dawn. Let's keep it burning. Let's keep the light of hope alive. Make safe our journey through the storm. One planet is turning, circle on her path around the sun. Earth Mother is calling her children home. Light is returning, even though it is the darkest hour. No one can hold back the dawn. Let's keep it burning. Let's keep the light of hope alive. Make safe our journey through the storm. One planet is turning, circle on her path around the sun. Earth Mother is calling her children home. Light is returning, even though this is the darkest hour. No one can hold back the dawn. Let's keep it burning. Let's keep the light of hope alive. Make safe our journey through the storm. One planet is turning, circle on her path around the sun. Earth Mother is calling her children home. Her children home. Her children home. Her children home. Her children home.
Sometimes it takes bottoming out into hopelessness to turn the corner into hope. The song and dance called I Am Alone, What Do They Know? Is original composition I composed based on a client I was attempting to provide home care physical therapy for during the peak of the pandemic. This 88-year-old man was terrified that I would make home visits for him to treat his progressive edema in both his feet and ankles, terrified that I would bring the pandemic and the virus into his home. I called him weekly after his initial evaluation, and he continually refused care, even as the swelling increased, then more painful, until he could no longer walk without excruciating pain. The thought of going to the hospital was even more terrifying than a visit by me. So after 3 weeks of calling, he finally called me and hoped I could help. It took one visit and an hour of lymph drainage massage to decrease the pain and get him ambulatory. Subsequent visits, bi-weekly, reduced the edema 80%, and he was finally able to ambulate pain-free. This is a song of uncertainty, of fear, of feeling alone, of the experience that many of us have had going through in the past few weeks.
come, I'm alone and afraid. My doors are all locked, windows have shade. My thermometer's dead, used it 10 times a day. I feel so unsafe, keep the virus away. What will I do? Where will I go? How will it end? What do they know? I am afraid, I am alone. When will it end? What do they know? My neighbor is kind, box of food at my door. He knocks, then he leaves, in a week comes with more. My children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren call. You can't come and visit, I can't see you at all. What will I do? Where will I go? How will it end? So much is unknown. I am afraid, I am alone. When will it end? What do they know? The nurse, she comes daily, I say go away. I am afraid I don't need you today. My feet, they keep swelling, the pain's getting worse. Wrapped legs elevated, my age is my curse. What do I do? Am I sick, am I well? Has my time now arrived? Will my passing be hell? Do I call if I'm coughing, breathless with pain? If the hospital takes me, it's the end of the game. I watch the news programs, curbs, masks, and tests. Politicians promise what they say's just a guess. Medical experts, their charts and their cool. They say it'll pass, taking me for a fool. What do I do? Am I sick? Am I well? Has my time now arrived? Will my passing be hell? Do I call if I'm coughing, breathless with pain? If the hospital takes me, it's the end of the game. What will I do? Where will I go? How will it end? So much is unknown. I am afraid, I am alone. When will it end? What do they know?
Our fourth offering, Music of Healing, was mostly penned by Tommy Sands, a well-known Irish folk singer, who wrote the song just as the Protestants and Catholics were coming together to reach a peace accord in the mid-1990s. He shared the song with Pete Seeger as he was writing it, at the time only having the first and last verses in the chorus completed. Pete's feedback, the song's not long enough, and Pete then contributed the middle of 3 verses. To me, the chorus offers a spectacular message of hope. Ah, the heart's a wonder, stronger than the guns of thunder. Even when we're torn asunder, love will come again. That peaceful solution has been with us all going on 25 years now, being that we have made efforts to sing the music of healing as the lyrics have urged us to do. Ty has created an original dance to fit my rendition of the tune.
frightens the children. Don't sing the songs about winning and losing. Sit down beside me, green fields are bleeding. Sing me the music of healing. Sing me a song of a lover's returning. The darker the night, the nearer the morning. Bring me the news of a new day that's dawning. Sing me the music of healing. Ah, the heart's a wonder, stronger than the guns of thunder. Even when we're torn asunder, love will come again. Sometimes the truth's like a hair in the cornfield. You know that it's there, you can't put your arms around it. All we can hope for is to follow its footprints. Sing me the music of healing. Who would have thought I could feel so contented to learn I was wrong after all of my rambles? I've learned to be hard and I've learned how to tremble. Sing me the music of healing. Ah, the heart's a wonder, stronger than the guns of thunder. Even when we're torn asunder, love will come again. Somehow the cycle of vengeance keeps turning. With each other's sorrows and songs we are learning. Peace is the prize for those who are daring. Sing me the music of healing. Time is your friend, it cures all your sorrows. But how can I wait for another tomorrow? One step today, oh, 1,000 will follow. Sing me the music of healing. Ah, the heart's a wonder, stronger than the drums of thunder. Even when we're torn asunder, love will come again. Ah, the heart's a wonder, stronger than the guns of thunder. Even when we're torn asunder, love will come again. Yes, it will now. Love will come again. It's coming around now. Love will come again. One more time now. Love will come again.
And finally, the Robbie O'Connell song, There Is Hope, concludes the program. Broken glass, all hope dashed, can renew itself in a healing fire, where weedy flowers in the rubble reach towards the sunlight, determined to survive. The message in this song, delivered in the chorus, makes all of us agents of change. Though many are doubters, hope to change and carry on is the duty of each of us, to create hope and to spread the message of positive change and love to be able to get through whatever it is that we're up against.
crystal crashing on a stone floor. Oh, plans lie shattered now, but glass shards tempered in a healing fire can take another shape somehow. People say it's too late now, a time to change is come and gone, but I believe there is hope now. Hope to change and carry on, carry on. Ooh, to carry on. Ooh, to carry on. Ooh, hope to change and carry on. Behind wire fences and by concrete walls, among the rubble, flowers still thrive. They stretch their heads up to the sunlight, determined always to survive. People say it's too late now, and the time to change is come and gone. Oh, I believe there is hope now, hope to change and carry on, carry on. To carry on. Carry on. Hope to change and carry on. People say it's too late now, and the time to change is come and gone. But I believe there is hope now, hope to change and carry on, to carry on. Ooh, to carry on. Carry on. Hope to change and carry on. Preacher is quick to quote the Bible, but very slow to change his heart. Words that should bring us together, too often used to keep us all apart. People say it's too late now, and the time to change is come and gone. But I believe there is hope now. Hope to change and carry on. Carry on. Ooh. Carry on. Ooh. Carry on. Hope to change and carry on. History books are filled with stories that tell us when, but never why. Though we can't find all the answers, we still can keep the hope alive. People say it's too late now, the time to change is come and gone. Oh, I believe there is hope now. Hope to change and carry on. To carry on. Ooh, ooh. To carry on. Ooh, to carry on. Hope to change and carry on. To carry on. Carry on. Carry on. Hope to change and carry on. Carry on. Carry